All right, today,
Yes.
what we're going to do is we're again looking at 5D graphs of functions and slope-intercept form. All right, and we're going to do the book. In the book, you're going to see it's chapter 4, section 5, but we're in chapter 5 in our Schoology section. So just kind of let you know about that. All right, we're going to complete this table, and we're going to plug in the following and see if we have a pattern. So let's take a look at this first one. All right, notice that I'm going to put 0 in for x because that's what the table tells me to do. So I'm going to go y equals 4 times 0 plus 3, y equals 0 plus 3, y gives me 3. So my ordered pair is 0, comma 3. Okay, this next one I'm going to plug in 2 for x. So y equals 4 times 2 plus 3, y equals 8 plus 3, y equals 11. So my ordered pair then is 2, 11. So I'm just doing what they're asking me to do in this table. You're going to see in just a minute the pattern. So we're going to do like maybe the first 2, and then you're going to see the pattern, and then we won't do all this work for the other one. Okay? So now if I'm going to do the slope of this, okay, I'm going to take, you know, my x1, y1, x2, y2, right? And I'm going to go m equals, and remember my slope, and I'm going to put my slope up here just for space purposes. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Again, when you do every problem with slope, you need to put this formula down. All right, so my y2 is 11 minus 3 over minus, good, okay. My m equals, I've got 8 over 2, which is 4, okay. So in this problem, my slope is 4, and I got it with 2 of the ordered pairs that they gave me. And my y-intercept is hooked with this right here, because x is 0. So my y-intercept was 3. You see that? Because it's 0, comma 3. So my y-intercept is 3. Right? Now, I'm going to go down, and I'm going to do the next one, and hopefully you'll see the pattern. So we don't have to do all this work every time. Okay? So let's go to this next one. I'm going to plug in 0 for x. So y equals negative 2 times 0 plus 3. Y equals 0 plus 3. Y equals 3. And my ordered pair then is 0, comma 3. You okay? Yeah? Okay. I'm going to plug in 2. Y equals negative 4 plus 3. Y gives me negative 1. So my ordered pair is 2, comma negative 1. I'll slow down just a minute. So some of you catch up. We okay? Questions? All right, so now I'm going to do my slope. And again, this is my x1, y1, x2, y2. So m equals my y2, which is negative 1 minus 3 over 2 minus 0. M equals negative 4 over 2, which is negative 2. And what is my y-intercept? 3. Okay, you getting the pattern? Kind of. Okay, I'm going to do one more, and then hopefully you'll get it. So the next one. Y equals 1/2 times 0 plus 4. Y equals 0 plus 4. Y equals 4. My ordered pair is 0, comma 4. Okay, I'm going to plug in 2. Y equals 1/2 times 2 plus 4. Y equals 1 plus 4. Y gives me 5. So it's 2 comma 5. Right? What's my Y2? Yes. 5. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to label them. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. 5 minus 4 over 2 minus 0. M gives me 1/2. Okay, what's my y-intercept? 4 because of my ordered pair. Okay, now let's stop for just a minute. Let's stop for just a minute and look at this pattern. Okay, look at the very beginning and let's look at the slope. Okay, the blue equation, my slope was what? 4. Where do you see it in the equation at the beginning? Yes.
Oh, it's the first number.
It's the number in front of, it's the number in front of x right here. Okay? And my y-intercept that was hooked up with the 0, 3, where do you notice that is? Yes. It's at the very end, isn't it? Yep. It's the 3 at the very end. It's this one right here. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the red. My slope was -2, right? Where do you see that? It's in front of the x, isn't it? Okay, and then where is my y-intercept? It's at the end. So you technically don't have to do any work when it's in that form, isn't it? All you have to do is get in the form. That's why slope-intercept form is so important. Because you'll notice with the green again, I had 1/2 for my slope. I found it. Well, shoot, look at this. It's right in front of my x. And look at my y-intercept. It's 4. So the power of slope-intercept form is when you got it in that form, you don't have to do all that work. You know immediately what your slope is and your y-intercept. So let's take a look at this next one together. Let's take a look at this. Right? What's my m? -4 because it's in front of my x, and what's my y-intercept? -3 because it's tailing on the end, isn't it? It's right there. Very good. Right? Now let's take a look at the next one. Last one. What's my slope? -1/4. We found it in front of the x. That's why, you know, like a week ago, I had you take all those equations on that little yellow sheet, and I had you solve for a y. Remember that? Remember I said x was the line leader after the equals? That's why I had you do it. Okay? Now take a look at your y-intercept. What is that? -3. So there are times when I have you do things and you're like, this is like, why do we have to do this? It's so dumb. This is why. Because we're going to lead into something and you're going to be like, oh, cool, I know how to do this. Right? All right, let's move on. Y-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Okay? The m, it has to be y, and then the equals, and then the x, and then the b. Okay? Sometimes the plus is a plus or a minus. The slope is always the number in front of the x. Always. It is never a decimal, and it's never a mixed number. Ever. It's always rise over run. Okay? Your b, your intercept, can be a decimal. It can be a mixed number. Okay, so just keep that in mind while you're doing this. All right, let's take a look at this. Is the number 1 in the form y equals mx plus b? Yes. I got the y, I got the equals, I got the x, I got the number. Perfect. What's my m? 4. 4. That's the number in front of x. And what's my b? It's -1 because you'll notice in the equation it says plus b. So if there's a minus, it's a negative. Does that make sense? All right, let's go to the next one. Is number 2 in the form y equals mx plus b? No, it is not. So now I need to do some work. Okay? What do I do first? Subtract 4x. Okay? What do I get left over? -2y equals? Yes. Now, does -4x have to come first? Yes. It wants to be the line leader after the equal sign. It must be the line leader. Otherwise, it's going to beat up the number. We don't want that, right? No violence in math, right? All right. So then what are we going to do?
Divide both by 8.
That's right, because y wants to be by himself. He is the total line leader, and you don't want a buddy. You're the line leader, right? Yeah. So y equals, what's -4 divided by -2? 2x, what?
-4.
Okay, you can go plus a -4, or you can go y equals 2x minus 4. I'll accept either. Where did you get the -4 from? Yes.
Because when you divide 8 by a negative number, it's going to be a negative.
Correct. 8 divided by -2 is -4. That's right. And the -2 affects not only the -4, but also the 8. So keep that in mind. All right, what's my m? 2. What's my b? -4. Questions on that? Awesome.
So if we the homework is all we have to do.
This is all you have to do for these types of problems, yeah. Okay, number 3, what do I do? Okay, it is y by itself. No. Let's get rid of that 4. What are we going to do? Divide both sides by 4. Notice the line goes totally under 3x and 16. It's got to be totally stretched. Okay, so I get y equals, what do I get for the next? Yes?
3/4
3/4x. How about 0.75?
No,
Why not?
no decimal.
No decimals, right. So it's 3/4 x. No decimals. Okay, and then what? Plus 4, right? Why plus 4? 16 divided by 4. It affects both numbers. Yep, and that's a common mistake. So what's my m?
3/4.
3/4. What's my b? 4. Excellent. We okay? Questions? All right. And that takes us to day 2. And we're going to do day 2 tomorrow. Okay? So that's all you're doing today, putting it in slope-intercept form, which we've seen before. Okay? And now taking out my slope and y-intercept. If you can't do this, then you can't do tomorrow. Because tomorrow we're going to graph. So it's really important not only that you do your assignment, but you need to check your answers. Make sure you're doing it right. Really important you're doing it right. Otherwise tomorrow's going to be a mess. And then kids get upset, and then I get crabby, and life isn't good, right? Yeah, I never get crabby. I'm always perfect, just like Mary Poppins. All right, we're going to look at the assignment now.